Today I'm going to be reviewing Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and before anyone asks, no, there will not be furries in their underpants, you sick weirdo. This is the second installment in the Ratchet and Clank franchise, and it is the one that, in my opinion, would smooth out a lot of the difficult controls and camera problems that the first one had. First, what is the game about? The game follows Ratchet and Clank as they help a scientist recover a stolen experiment. This experiment will be used to make pets that will be distributed throughout the galaxy. We find out that there is a lot more to this story than meets the eye as we try and recover the stolen proto-pet. The plot is great. Feels like you're watching an interactive movie at times. The story has humor and charm, and the scientist guy has the most banana sandwich crazy vocabulary I have ever heard. It's kind of like the kid in school that would use big words to prove that you're dumb and they're smart, like facetious and egregious and duh. Check it out.
Welcome!
What the?
I'm Abercrombie Fizzwidget, founder of the Megacorp Company in the Bogon Galaxy.
Bogon?
I'm sorry to incapacitate you, but our entire galaxy is in a very precocious situation. I must humbly request your sustenance on a mission of dire urgitude, a mission of superfluous peril, a mission of unequivocal imperitude.
Did that make any sense?
So, you need me to go on a dangerous mission in another galaxy.
Indubitably! A few days ago, this top-secret biological experiment was stolen from our testing laboratory by this dupliferous criminal mastermind, and I need you to get the experiment back.
We'll do it!
We will?
Frank, I have precipitated your recalcitrance and have made special improvisations for you. We are prepared to give you a job as the head accountant for Megacorp, plus a penthouse suite in lovely Megapolis, and our state-of-the-art robotic masseuse.
Deal.
As for you, Ratchet, I'll need you in superlatory shape. While in transit to the Bogon Galaxy, you will undergo heavy training and conditioning, including martial arts, heavy weaponry, survival skills, stealth, macrame, ballroom dance, and origami.
I have to say, him and Captain Quark are my favorite parts of this game, as Captain Quark is a disgraced superhero now, and is shunned for his role in the first game. He tries to make a quick buck by selling back alley gadgets that malfunction and land him in jail. Check it out.
The man, the myth, the legend, the loser. Captain Quark, once the idol of everyone in the galaxy, has finally hit rock bottom. After his humiliation at the hands of Ratchet and Clank, Quark sold bogus merchandise he claimed were Gadgetron products. But a key defect in this product, the personal hygienator, caused severe irritation in sensitive body areas and alerted authorities to Quark's scam. Behind the Hero will return after these messages.
Gameplay. Is it better than the first game? For me, this is a yes, and for one thing and one thing only is that this game allows you to strafe while shooting. No more are the days of you running in circles trying to hit the enemies, wasting a bunch of ammo. There are also upgrades to weapons that you get by defeating enemies. This entices the player to replay arenas and challenges over and over to see what the upgraded version of their favorite gun looks like. There's nothing like camping an enemy spawn for hours just to see that your shotgun, when upgraded, gets another barrel. Or that your ninja star gets, you guessed it, a bigger ninja star. Not to say all the upgrades are bad or boring, but you can probably guess what they will be. And that brings me to one of the negatives about this game, and that is power creep. You find out mid to late game that the weapons that you got at the beginning of the game, even upgraded, barely deal any damage to your enemies. Like the machine gun weapon I already have upgraded, I need half of my ammo supply just to kill a few enemies. This means that there are objectively better choices of later guns for later stages. And what that means is early guns, even if I enjoy them, I don't get to use them in later stages, because I don't come across enough ammo to keep up with how fast I'm using it. This is small, but it almost feels like I wasted time upgrading my weapons at the beginning of the game, because the later game guns are the only ones that I'm actually going to be using at the end of the game. Ratchet and Clank actually does this thing where they offer a super overpowered weapon to the player that is way, way, way out of their price range early on in the game, in order to entice the player to either start another playthrough or grind harder than first gear with a student driver attempting to learn stick shift. I mean, you really have to work for it if you want to use it in the first playthrough.
Ask yourself, are you man enough, hero enough, insane enough to step into the ring with two of the fiercest warriors in the galaxy? If you answered yes, you're a big, fat liar. But that's okay, because Megacorp is bringing Galactic Gladiators into your home for a special Mega View event. First, it's survival of the fittest in our bio competition. Be there as Chainblade unleashes his fury on our Gladiator guest contestants. Chainblade has gone undefeated in 500 straight matches, but if the bio division doesn't do it for you, our robotics division will. Taste the adrenaline as contestants face off against our four-armed bandit, the B2 Brawler. No living creature is a match for this machine. Watch 6 tons of Carbonox alloy hunt for its prey. There's no consolation prize, cause this bad boy's programmed to show no mercy. So what are you waiting for? Call now to bring Chainblade and the B2 Brawler into your living room. But put away the fine china. The Galactic Gladiators, only on MegaView. Call your provider now.
One cool thing is that early on in the game, you will come across a vendor that sells old gadgets from the first game. And if you have a memory card save file with data from the first game and purchase them in that game, you will get them for free in this one. This is just a nice little reward for players who are playing the games in order, which is nice.
Is everyone ready for tonight's Mega Battle? Introducing from nowhere in particular, this guy. If he can make it past all of our gladiators, he'll take home this brand new electrolyzer. If he can't make it past our gladiators, he'll receive a consolation prize. Let the games begin!
Another thing the game introduces is arena fights, which can be done over and over again for large bolt rewards. But every time you complete one, the return gets lower and lower. Also, there are space battles. You can fly your ship around and destroy enemy ships and complete courses and races for rewards. You're able to upgrade your ship with various mods as well. And it's just a nice little addition that keeps the gameplay fresh and interesting. Going Commando also has a different collectible system where your collected platinum bolts are actually used in the same playthrough as currency, where in the first game you had to beat it and go into New Game Plus in order to use them. These collectible bolts are used to give the players various mods on their weapons such as shock, acid, and flame, and just adds a little bit more depth to the upgrade system for your weapons. But I was able to beat the game no problem without them. This is a solid game, entertaining, like watching a movie with likable characters you get to play through the different challenges with. I felt attached to them and really had a great time saving the galaxy and going through this wacky adventure with them. Again, this game is kid friendly with no foul language or blood, so you don't have to pause the game when little Billy walks in and you're about to perform a spine rip like in Mortal Kombat. So would I recommend this game to you? Yes, I would. The price compared to the hours of fun that you're going to have are really good. This game can probably be beaten in a couple of hours, and it is fairly cheap and easy to find. It's an older title, just like the first one, and so it may seem a little less polished than modern games, but if you can overlook that, you have a really sweet experience on your hand. On average, the game is about 10 to 15 bucks, so it's very affordable if you're starting out a PlayStation 2 collection like I am. Next, I will be reviewing the third installment of Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arse. Oh no. And yes, that's the name. I'm not gonna, well, never mind. Anyway, I'm Heavy Dark. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you next time. Peace.